So everyone online is building a second brain, right? And look, if this helps you, that's awesome. But my question is like, what about the rest of us, the spontaneous creators, the people who get hives when they hear the word dashboard, right? The ones who just want to think again without building a full-blown digital filing cabinet. If you've ever thought, I don't need a second brain, I just need my first one to stop wandering off, then this video is for you, right? You don't need a system. You need one small habit. So the thing is, your brain is a field, not a filing cabinet, right? A spark shows up, a thought, a quote, a moment of curiosity, and then your mind makes a little trail through the grass, right? But if you don't revisit the trail, the grass grows back, and then the path, it fades. So the idea is still in the field, but you just can't remember how to get to it, right? That's what people call knowledge decay. So here's the thing is, ideas don't stick because they're good. They stick because you connect them to something else. So connection saves ideas, not software, right? And that sets up the whole problem with the PKM culture. And here's the thing is, I used to chase the idea of everything being perfectly organized. Notion is the best, great. Obsidian is the best, I guess I'm switching, right? But eventually I realized something pretty painful, and it was this, is that I wasn't thinking with my notes, I was tinkering with them, right? 80% of my time was tweaking the dashboard and chasing software. 20% of my time was actual deep thought and thinking. And that was frustrating because what I really wanted was a rich, deep thought life. But instead, I was wasting time and energy and money building systems that didn't match how I was wired. And then one day, something clicked for me, right? It was that my system wasn't in a software. It was in a walk. Every time that I stepped outside, right, ideas that came alive, insights and revelations and curiosity trails, connections I couldn't force at a desk. And here's the part that made me laugh, right? My brain naturally made connections without any bidirectional linking, without a graph, right? Because that's what the brain is designed to do when it has room to breathe. So I didn't need a second brain. I needed to trust the first one that God gave me, right? Our brains are incredibly capable of remembering things. Not everything, but a lot of things if we follow this path of going down these trails consistently and repeatedly. So now this is my whole thinking rhythm. I walk, I think, I write, I reflect, and I connect. That's it. It's simple, it's alive, and it works for me. Okay. So here's my challenge to you, right? This is the habit. It's just one walk, one note, and one connection. And I want you to try this just for 7 days. Okay. So on the walk, it doesn't need to be scenic, although that does help for me personally. But you can just go around the block and you just let your brain breathe. And here's the thing is, you don't want a podcast, you don't want YouTube, you don't want music. You just want to listen to nature, right? The birds, the creek, even the cars, the wind, and your own thoughts. This is where ideas, they wake up. And then what you want to do is you want to capture one spark, right? One thought, one quote, one thing that you noticed, one thing that you were thinking about. I often will take an idea on a walk, right? I start with a spark and then I let it lead me, right? So when something hits, I pause and I write it down. It's just one spark, one thing. And then the last thing is you want to connect it, right? This is the magic. And you can, to help your brain wake up, you can begin to ask yourself questions like, why did this come up for me? Why did I notice the leaf? Why did I notice, the sound of the bird? Why is this this quote kind of ringing around in my head. What is it about it? What does it remind me of? What does it make me wonder? And then what can I learn from it? Right? If it's something like a tree that you pass by every day, look it up, Google it. What kind of tree is it? And why does this tree, intrigue me? And why is it captivating my attention? Learn about it, and then let those insights grow roots inside of your mind, and allow your mind to do what it's designed to do, to make connections to other areas of your life. This happened recently with me with a hackberry tree. I talked about it in a previous video. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. It was crazy, actually. So the first change I felt, I actually started thinking again, right? It was deeply and naturally and effortlessly. Ideas kind of just stopped slipping away and patterns appeared. So cool. My curiosity returned. The more that I noticed, right? I didn't build a system, I built a rhythm, and one that actually fit my brain. So if you are tired of chasing the perfect app, or frustrated by complicated systems, or you just feel scattered, right? And you want your ideas to feel alive again, can I give you permission to just say, forget building a second brain, for now at least. Like if you want to connect ideas, go for a walk. Don't build a dashboard, go for a walk and think and write and reflect and connect. Try it for 7 days, right? Try it for 7 days. Your first brain is doing a lot more than you think. It just needs space to breathe. If this video interested you and you want to go deeper, I have a little corner on the internet on Substack. It's called The Idea Shepherd, and this is where I dive deeper into the things like this, to cultivate a rich thought life, to think more deeply, more often, to connect more ideas. If you're like, my brain is scattered, my ideas are scattered, how do I connect the notes that I'm actually taking? Come join The Idea Shepherd. I'll leave a link in the description below for you to join. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the next video.